Good evening, ladies and germs. We got something interesting going on tonight. Now I'm just going to wait a minute, let the audience build, and then I'll get right into it. That guy Scott, how you doing? First, yes, that guy Scott, you were first, absolutely. All right. Let's get a few more in here. 65 when we hit 100. Oh, we hit 100. All right, here we go. Hey, everybody. So, you guys that have been around for a while. Hey, Selena, how you doing? Think back a minute. You'll remember that out in Fort Bend County, the sheriff out there a while back went after this woman because she had a decal on her back window that said F Trump and F you for voting for him. You know, how many of you remember that? Hi, Landley. Yay, Selena. All right, so they found some old warrant on her for some kind of theft, and they went and arrested her. And that came about because the sheriff took so much heat over what he did. You know, he came out and said that he was going to find this woman and that she might face charges for having that decal on her back window. Hi, Joe Mandy. Well, so now we get to the story. Here we go. Woman with viral F Trump sticker on truck gets fraud charges dropped. It was theft by fraud. Now, the other interesting thing about this is if you Google her name, she actually sells those decals now, and I hear she's making a pretty good living at it. All right, here we go. Fort Bend County, Texas. Nearly 3 years after making headlines for a controversial sign about President Donald Trump, charges against Fort Bend County woman have been dropped. Karen Fonseca had a decal on her pickup truck in 2017 that read, F you Trump and F you for voting for him. She was arrested for felony fraudulent use of identifying information, which prosecutors said at the time was unrelated to the issue with the truck. It just so happens that after 3 years, they go find this warrant, and arrest her because she upset the sheriff. Do we see a pattern here? Let's see, 3 years, 23 years. Interesting. All right. Fonseca's charges were dismissed last week, according to court documents. She is required to make full restitution to the victim. That's going to be just some deal that they made. But the amount of the money that was in dispute was not a major amount of money. It wasn't $1,000. I think it was, if I recall correctly, $600. In 2017, Fonseca told ABC 13 her family was expressing their First Amendment rights and voicing their dissatisfaction with President Trump. Fort Bend County Sheriff Troy Nehls wrote a Facebook post at the time saying he had received numerous calls regarding the offensive display, as it is often seen along FM 359. Recently, during a press conference, Troy Nehls said that he had no regrets over that post. And this picture right here is former Sheriff Troy Nehls. Former sheriff. He had to resign so he could run for Congress. God help us if that man gets into Congress. And this would be Miss Fonseca here. I actually met her, talked to her at one time. Really nice lady. Really nice lady. And I don't know if you guys remember or not, but if you just put in the search on my channel, Fort Bend County Sheriff's Department or Fort Bend County Justice Center, you will find myself and SA Ecstasy Prez out there protesting and just generally being discourteous to law enforcement. You guys know Todd. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I thought that this information would be useful to you guys. I hope you appreciated it. And I think that's it. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys again soon.